Hey everyone, welcome back to Midnight Talks. I'm Jill,
And I'm Chey.
and tonight's episode is Am I Delusional? And I feel like sometimes we are and sometimes we are not. Depends on the circumstance. Sometimes it even depends on
Yeah.
the story that me and Shay read. um,
Honestly, I've definitely had some Delulu moments myself, so no judgment here.
Zero
Honestly.
judgment. Some of the one of these I'm like, ugh, they are Delulu.
This ain't Planet Fitness. This ain't the judgment free zone, okay?
I feel like me and Shay are pretty chill unless like you've really like crossed a freaking boundary.
Yeah, for sure.
Then
Honestly.
you're like past Delulu. I call it like loony bin behavior.
Yep, loony bin. Yeah, forgot you coined that so long ago now. If
I
you're an
know.
OG listener, you'll remember loony bin behavior.
That is true. Or 100%.
100%. Yep.
100%, you know what I mean? 100%.
100%.
OG merch, man. I need to make some 100% stickers and loony bin behavior. It could be like our little stickers on here, and then like we could have like a funny text or something. I feel like that'd be nice.
Yeah, you should get on that right now.
I talk about all these ideas, and then I'm like, I have to have time to do these.
Yeah, Discord? I bet you do.
Oh my gosh, you know, it's in the
I'm messing with
works.
you. I'm messing
I
with
know.
you.
Yeah, it's in the works. Discord is in the works, y'all.
We'll have it
So,
by 2028.
oh my god, no. Probably like your Christmas gift, December.
Wow, we gotta wait that long. Okay, I mean,
Might be
that's
worth the
so,
wait. Who knows? No, I'm joking.
it better
Ideally,
be something great.
that's valid. How long y'all waited for a freaking Discord? Yeah, it better be great. Yeah, I need to like make that a priority. I'll put that on my list. I just like Dreamlight Valley just came out with a new update. You know, they
Star Wars. I saw the.
well, yeah, but they dropped a Pocahontas.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, so
surprised you weren't all up on that Star Wars, honestly.
yeah, no, I bought R2D2.
Okay.
Yeah, they made two Padme outfits, but the first one, I feel like the hair they didn't capture it accurately. And then the second one that I want, they haven't I haven't seen it in the shop yet. And then they have um the Naboo building, which is perfect, but it's just kind of expensive. I don't really like to do like in-game currency stuff, so like if I can collect enough moonstones, I'll buy it. But like I think it's like 3500. That's a lot, you know? And there's
Yeah.
like other items ideally that I want over that. I'll have to show you my biomes because they look so good. I'm so proud of
Yeah.
myself. I have
Gotta show me.
I've done way more since you saw it last time.
I'm not even surprised, actually. I'm not even gonna act like I'm surprised.
Right now is the Easter thing. They did something for St. Patrick's Day, and I collected some of the clovers, and then they did the Easter thing, or it's currently going on right now, and then they dropped Pocahontas with the new Star Path. So I've been trying to collect all those items, and there's some really pretty like petal like fairy dresses, and I'm obsessed with them. I'll have to show them to you afterward. And they are doing a thing where if you buy or if you collect so many items of something, you can unlock old items for previous star paths, which I think is really
That's
cool
cool.
because it gives you a
Yeah, that
chance to
is
collect
cool.
items that you missed out on.
That is super cool. Yeah, every time I'm up on Steam or Discord, it's always like Jill's playing Dreamlight Valley. I'm like, yeah, that adds up.
That
It really
that checks
does.
out. You gotta message me. Working on that Discord.
Get on that Discord. Get off the Dreamlight Valley. I'm just joking.
I'm at I don't know if I should say. I'm at 294 hours right now on that game.
Oh, I mean, I assumed you'd be have much more.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
fair. That's fair. That's I mean, you don't want to hear my other games. It's dangerous out here. Anyway,
yeah. I think my highest, like, but it's not because of me, but my highest game, like, because it says on, like, the PlayStation is, like, 600 hours on Fortnite, you know, but,
Oh
like, why
my
do they show
gosh.
you that? I don't like
I would
seeing that.
I would love to see my Fortnite hours. I'll let you know because I played it for 2 summers straight.
Yeah, let me know. Yours probably, like, crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't want to, like, don't show me that stuff. Why would you?
I had over I think 300 hours on Rainbow Six, and then for Counter Strike. Oh my god, 576 hours. I got a lot of hours in a lot of different other
They've been
games.
telling us way too
I'm like,
much.
I want to know my Minecraft hours, like from like age 8 to now. Like I know that's not possible, but I would just love to know
That would be wild. That would
cuz
be.
I've had like 4 copies of Minecraft probably in my life. I have my Xbox 360, my PS4, and then my PC, so maybe actually just 3. And well, there's the Java edition and there's the Bedrock edition, one for Microsoft like that you download on your PC and you can play like with your Xbox friends, and then there's a Java edition that you can play like that's like the original Minecraft edition. So,
Gotcha.
almost 2, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
If they
Anyway,
added all that up, it'd be crazy for you.
dangerous like days, like
Your
weeks.
half your life.
Yeah.
Probably more
Honestly,
than that.
man, I would spend like between 6 and 8 hour streams on YouTube doing like Minecraft streams. And at one
Hey,
point, I had like over 20 viewers watching me play Minecraft.
that's cool. Actually, you're gonna be a streamer again.
I miss it. I honestly, I've thought about it. Guys, if you're listening, let me know if you want to see me play video games.
Oh, I mean, streaming.
For
I
sure.
do have my own gaming channel too, so
Yeah, yeah. By the way, Chey does that. I watched your video with, it sounded like you were with Julie, right? On TikTok.
Alyssa.
Alyssa. Okay. I was
Yeah.
between one of them, and I was like that like you're both like panicking. You're like, run, run, run.
Alyssa was cracking me up in that. Like, she was actually bloody murder screaming. I feel like half the time you couldn't tell because of proximity chat, but she was bloody murder screaming, and I had tears coming down my face. My stomach hurt so bad. Um, yeah. Honestly, self promo, Shaden, CHEYDN on YouTube. Go watch it. It's actually funny. I've been having a lot of fun doing
it
it, but
it looked
yeah.
like a blast. Like y'all look like y'all had so much fun, but also like terror.
Yeah, it was scary. Well, I'll do it again.
Valid.
Also, speaking of YouTube, actually, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you need to subscribe to us if you haven't already, because I noticed a lot of people watch us but don't subscribe. So if you like watching us, please subscribe here on YouTube, and as well as if you're watching this on Spotify. If you haven't already followed us, please do that because we would love that, and that would make our day. And if we get to 100 followers, then we will be doing a giveaway, big one. So
Yes, on Spotify, 100 followers giveaway will be coming your way, and it's gonna be even better than the one that we did last time.
yeah, I'm like, should we do one for YouTube? I mean, you never know. We
Yeah,
get 100 on YouTube.
we could do a race. Who gets there first?
Yeah, YouTubers or Spotify listeners. Which one is gonna beat 100 subs?
Yeah, and
We'll make it
then
worth your while.
yeah,
Trust me.
that's true. So depending on which platform hits first, and we'll figure out how we do the giveaway.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. I love that idea, Jill.
Yeah, yeah, me too. It's a competitive race. And speaking of
Yeah.
competitive race, me and Shay are gonna do our own competitiveness tonight with the Am I Delusional, if you will. You want to show them the lovely chart that you made?
Yes. So we have the delusion rank. Can you see everything?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. We have our delusion rank. We have standing on business, which basically, like, yeah, you're standing on business. You're not delusional at all. Hear me out. So you're wanting us to hear you out. Like, it's a little, you've gone a little, a little overboard, but not much. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe you are the problem, actually. Like, you're a bit out there, and then completely Delulu, you've lost it. You've lost the plot. You're delusional
Off
AF,
your
okay?
rocker. Yep.
And then we have me and little Jill. If you've been on our YouTube, you've seen this before. But we'll just, like, rank the stories that we do. We have 5 each, so it'll be fun. Whoever
Yeah,
has
I'm
the most
excited.
Delulu stories.
Yeah, I literally came up with this idea like 4 hours ago, and I
Yes.
told Chey, I was like, "Can you make this happen?"
Sure. Yeah, no,
Okay,
no
yeah.
issues.
Thanks
So
for
if it
letting me.
looks not great.
It looks fantastic for I think actually 6 hours for the short notice. It was great. Uh, yeah. So if you guys have any Delulu stories of your own, whether if it's you or whoever's involved in the story, let us know. Put in the comments.
Yeah.
Spotify, YouTube, TikTok. Well, you can comment. I did the spin the wheel, so you can comment on TikTok. But yeah, just let us know. Shoot us a Reddit message. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to find out if you're delusional or not, let us know too. Because it doesn't always have to be like a delusional story. Like maybe you're like truly like, am I delusional? Probably. No, I'm just joking.
Shay said yes.
You are. No, I'm just joking.
Without further ado, I think you're gonna kick us off with the first story.
Without further ado, give me one Uno second. She's
Hi,
like, what in
Kenny.
the world?
Kenny joined. She said hi. Oh, I don't know if she heard me. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to me and Shay rap and ramble. Rap. Yap. I meant to say yap and ramble, but I just said rap. You're muted. Can't hear you. Like, or whatever your mic is. I get to see her talking. You gotta.
It was muted. Headphone listeners beware. I said hi, Kenna, and also you said rap, and I said, in fact, we do have a rap song on SoundCloud. If you want to hear that, let us know in the.
Y'all gotta earn that because that is rough. That is rough. I still have
Hear
the
that?
footage. Do you have that?
Actually, I don't know if I do have the footage. I have the song. We did a music video as well. Now, the music video is extra. Like, you really gotta earn that one. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I have the music video, and that shit was crazy because
I'm gonna need
me
you to
and
send
Shay were
that to
going
me.
crazy on the toilet. Were you? Was it me or you? I can't remember who was sitting on the toilet.
Can't remember. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
Now flush.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Y'all want that? We gotta get to 1,000 subs. And then you'll get our
thousands,
rap.
no thousands, bro.
A thousand's good. It's not a million for the music video, 1,000 for
Yeah,
the rap. Yeah.
that's a humongous freaking.
Okay,
Jeez.
100,000. Okay, 100,000 subs
A
for the
milli.
music video.
A milli, a milli, a milli, a milli.
A milli. Okay, we gotta get into this. Shoot.
Yes,
They're like,
yes.
come on. Y'all been all around the world.
Quit rapping, bro. Quit
Quit
yapping.
rapping.
Yeah.
Quit rapping. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into my first story. So, I, 29 female, have been feeling jealousy for the first time with my fiance, 32 male, over his new friend, 29 female. How can I move past this? My fiance got close to a female coworker he was helping out, and while he insists it's just a friendship, his extra effort, texting, cooking, helping her, compliments, is making me feel jealous and uneasy. I don't want to be controlling, but I'm struggling to tell if this is innocent or crossing a line. Hi everyone, I'd really appreciate some advice. My fiance and I have been together 8 years, engaged for 5, and living together that whole time. We used to work together, but about 6 months ago, we went separate ways career wise. He works from home now and doesn't have a big social circle, which is why I've never really felt jealous before. Recently, he helped out a family's friend business and met a girl there. She's married, but her husband is in another country, and she's going through a lot: a struggling marriage, family issues, family who's been taking advantage of her, and a though almost toxic work environment. My fiance started off just working with her, but over time they got closer and he really empathized with her situation. One of the things I've taken a note of is in the beginning, he mentioned something like, I wouldn't want to be her husband. I wouldn't trust this girl. I think this line remained in me, but his view of her changed over time as he got to know her deeper in her struggles. He regretted saying those about her to me. Now, where my jealousy comes in from this is during this time while he was working there, he was changing. First, he started dressing up well. He started using perfumes I got him for him that he rarely uses. And second, he texts a lot more than usual with her than any of his other friends. Third, he makes her a packed lunch and hand delivers it to her. A packed. Okay, we
No.
going too far. We going
No.
too far.
No.
A packed lunch.
I'm eating the fuck out of you. No, I'm sorry.
Ooh, you gotta. Oh my gosh.
You're making another woman a packed lunch, you're getting elbowed in the face.
No, we do no packed lunch over here. She's your kindergarten. This ain't no mommy. No,
Mommy daycare.
Mommy daycare? Yeah, what the heck you think this is? Okay, lastly, if she needed a ride to go grocery shopping or errands on her days off, he offered to her and goes with her.
No.
Mm-mm.
No,
No, you ain't. This really is mommy daycare.
Yeah, for real. Because you got a whole ass car and you're asking someone else to come with you. This is second husband. Second wife. Or both. I guess it'd be both. Second husband,
That's
second wife.
that work husband, work wife shit.
That's not taking that shit way too far. Work husband, work wife.
Yeah, Mm-mm. This mommy daycare.
Yeah. You should make a freaking another column, mommy daycare.
Yeah, shoot, mommy daycare. Shoot, that should be the next thing. Which one's mommy daycare? Mommy daddy daycare.
Yeah, for real, because the guy is delusional. Like he like packed lunches, going to the grocery store with her, texting him more than his wife. I do understand, like, it sounds like she's going through a lot. And I really do sympathize for her, and it sounds like OP does as well. Sorry, was this the end of the story? I probably should ask that.
No, it wasn't. But I was just gonna let you. You know, you was getting all into it, and I was like, yeah, we got a lot more.
She said, but that's
Maybe not, but
okay. Good.
I don't know if it's a lot, but okay. I chat GPT all these things, and I know there were valid reasons for all these changes. Why are you talking to chat GPT about your husband and Reddit? Actually, you need to tell him stop the daddy daycare, mommy daycare bullshit. Like,
girl, you lost me at chat GPT. I get asking people on the internet, but a robot?
Chat GPT isn't gonna tell you that you're running daddy daycare over here, okay? Like, just no. Mm-mm. Okay, we're getting off on a tangent so bad. Okay, first, their work is at a motel.
Hold up.
What you say?
Stay fucking.
What you say?
I'm gonna just be real with you. Put the dots together.
Yeah, this shit ain't okay.
It's giving Kim Kardashian. Sorry.
We're never gonna get through the story because the audacity of this man is just wild, actually.
Insane.
Okay, their work is at a motel and he's front desk, so he has to dress decent. She looks pretty good too. Second, he now has a reason to wear perfume. I assume she means cologne, but whatever. And style. Well, if you're a man wearing perfume, no judgment. Actually, I shouldn't have said that because, like, you know, people might want to wear different things. He wears perfume and styles himself, hair and clothes. Third, this is where it gets tricky for me. He is a really good cook. One of the main things I love about him is how much effort he puts into cooking to make people around him happy. He doesn't do it often to other people, but he has done multiple in the past. And lastly, she doesn't own a car. She either rides the bus, which takes forever, or gets a cab, which costs quite a bit in our area. Individually, I can logically explain all of these, but together it started to feel like more. One day he invited her over at home while I was at work. No. We don't even need to keep reading this, actually, because where's the divorce? Is it happened?
Is fighting, like 100%. Like, I'm pulling off the imaginary earrings that I wear. My hair is being thrown up.
Yeah.
I'm going to this motel. She's getting her ass beat, and I'm gonna walk out eating that packed lunch and then serving
that packed lunch
on that front desk. you
Yeah, I'm
know.
gonna pack you a lunch. You gonna get divorce papers served up in that instead of a note. Hell,
I'm gonna
take a bite of your sandwich. What this?
yeah, pack a
What
freaking
is this?
knuckle sandwich in that.
Packing knuckles. I'm sorry. Okay.
Me and Shay don't
They
choose
hung.
violence, but this is.
Do we? What if this was happening? Do we? Yeah. I mean, you probably deserve it though. Like,
I feel like he's. I feel like I honestly, if like someone could show us the truth, like if God was like, "Hey, like, homie's not cheating," I'd be shocked. I would actually
same.
like roll the film. I'm shocked. You know what I mean?
No, you're
Be-
lying. No,
yeah,
you're crazy. Like, I'm
yeah,
crazy then.
yeah,
You know,
exactly. Like
I'm
I'm completely
delusional.
delulu. Yeah. Because, but I'm like, he's packing you lunches, texting you a lot, like texting her a lot, driving her to the grocery store. Like, okay, first of all, who wants to drive to the grocery store, let alone do it for someone else? Like, go with them. Because nobody.
No,
No, that's not like a
no.
fun time. I feel like going to the grocery store with your spouse is a fun time.
Yeah.
Like
No,
going to
I mean,
Costco or like whatever, like that's
yeah,
fun
just doing
because
errands with each other, like,
you buy
cutie
stuff for
shit.
the house and you plan
Yeah.
meals together, but you're doing it with someone else.
Mm-mm. No. Unless you're sitting in the car while she up getting her groceries, but I know he ain't doing that. Don't even test me
Mm-mm.
with that. Like, no. No, you're not.
I wonder if the grocery is a lie.
Yeah. Ain't no man going to the grocery store. Are you kidding me? Just joking. That's so sexist. No, but like, this man is not. He's not going to the grocery store. You clocked that so hard because he's not.
She's
If
standing
he
on
is,
business.
yeah, if he is, they're already like they basically moved in together in the world
Yeah,
of like, no. Going to the grocery store.
exactly. No, no. I don't even like going to the grocery store by myself. I'll go,
I
but I'm
don't,
like, I want
yeah.
my husband to go with me.
Yeah, I don't do the grocery shopping in the house. I mean, I do the grocery shopping, but my husband picks it up, like, the little curbside thing. So we
Yeah.
a team. I don't know. I don't like to go in the grocery store with all them crazy people. Not
Oh my
nowadays.
gosh. Sometimes like I love Costco, but sometimes I want to elbow people because they'll just stop. And I'm like, guys,
Yeah,
like please
yeah.
be cognizant of your y'all heard me like 15 episodes ago bitching about Costco, so I'm gonna just
Yes, we
leave that
did.
there.
We did. She's
Love
a
it.
convention. Bro, I'm not even done with this thing.
Oh, is the story not done? Oh my gosh.
No!
Sorry. I thought you were done.
No, it's us. It's because the audacity of this man.
Yeah,
Okay.
the audacity.
So he invited her over at home while I was at work. They hung out alone at our house before I got home. Nothing inappropriate happened. How do you know that? How do you know that? Nothing inappropriate happened. You got cameras in your house or something? But I had a really strong gut feeling that something was off. Since then, I felt intense jealousy, something I've never experienced in our relationship before. I've been open with him about it, how I see it, and how he's being extra caring for her and all that. He reassures me that it's just friendship and says he values having a connection he built on his own. He also says he just wants to support her during a hard time and be a good person in her life. He wants her to know that there are people out there who she can rely on and that she deserves better. He emphasized that she can ask for help and doesn't have to do it all alone. That's why he's trying to be a good friend to her. I understand that, and I genuinely think his intentions are good. But emotionally, I'm struggling. Now that his work there is done, I thought it would subside on its own. They still text. He still cooks for her sometimes, helps her with errands, and on some of her days off, he spends time to help her grocery and shopping. Grocery and shopping? You take her to the mall? You're taking her to now the gloves coming off. You take her to the mall. I'm sorry. No, that's too intimate. You don't take another girl shopping.
No.
Okay.
Hell
Not
no.
this.
Oh my gosh. My husband doesn't like to go shopping. If he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go shopping out with my friend." Who?
Who?
You know
Who are
what I
you
mean?
shopping with?
Yeah, cuz I know it ain't with me. Cuz
Yeah.
my husband, he's like, it's so funny. He'll be like, "Yeah." I'll be like, "We need new clothes." And he's like, "Yeah, I have 5 years worth. Like, I'm good." I said, "We need to get you a
I'm
new shirt.
good.
We need to get you new jeans." He's like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, "We're buying you a new pair of jeans." Like, just because I like to do that for him, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm just like, my husband don't like shopping, so why the fuck is this guy going out with some girl?
Yeah, because it says grocery and shopping. So not grocery shopping, grocery and shopping.
No.
Shopping for fucking what? You going to Chanel? Like, what are you doing? The Goodwill?
Is he
You going
buying
thrift
stuff for
store
her?
shopping with
She
her?
should look at that
Oh,
credit card. Freaking. She should look at that credit card statement. That
yeah,
bank
she
account. Look at
should.
the bank account, girl.
Okay, she invited us out for dinner outside, but they already spent time together before I hung out with them. He also then invited her to make food with us at home. Example, make a batch of, I am so sorry, I'm going to butcher this. Siomai, which are dumplings. Do you know how to say that? Siomai? I'm so sorry.
No clue. I'm
Um,
not looking at it. Sorry.
okay. Or spring rolls so she can take home some. He also dresses up whenever he will see her. For the longest time, he wears lazy clothes going out, even with me, even doing errands, but he
No.
dresses up for her. No, you
No.
already know, girl. I've also seen messages where he calls her Muffin and tells her she's pretty, which is hard for me
No.
because I don't always get that kind of compliment from him. Muffin! You bet to see a damn. I don't
Girl,
even know.
you
I don't
know
even know
our
the insult.
inside cupcake joke.
The realization set my look. Cup.
We need to text. We need to message this girl ASAP on Reddit and tell her about cupcake.
Yeah, we have a cupcake. Um, a muffin. That's not good.
Yeah,
Cupcake's just
muffin,
bad as a
cupcake.
muffin. Muffin just bad.
Yep, yep. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Jill's mom listen.
Yeah, my mama's gonna laugh at that. If your mama's listening, she's also gonna laugh at
She's
that.
gonna be like, "Oh, whoa." The realization that set it didn't even occur to me. It occurred to you. You're like,
As soon as I heard muffin, I said cupcake.
wow. Yep, that adds up. Yeah, this is definitely a home wrecker. I'm sorry. Okay, you
Can't
have to
forget
be.
you, girl.
Just understand. Okay, yeah. Um there's just a little bit more. I don't want to be controlling or the jealous partner. I don't want to check his phone or limit who he can be friends with, but at the same time, this situation is bringing out a version of me I don't like. This anxious, insecure, overthinking and untrusting version of me. I personally would want to be her friend. I like her, but I feel like I can't be genuine with her right now. Logically, I think everything is still innocent, but emotionally it feels like this could turn into something more. My brain thinks that since he finds her attractive, he thinks highly of her and that we are quite similar, and that they have so much similar interests, it's only a matter of time that someone will fall in love. He always says that what he does for her is a bare minimum, even for friendship, since she doesn't even get the bare minimum from her marriage. The fuck? But in my brain, it's not a probability, but inevitable that something will happen in the future. He reassured me that nothing like that will happen. ChatGPT also reassured me that it is a possibility, but it's just my brain jumping into the worst case scenario. How do I deal with this kind of jealousy in a healthy way? How can I move past this? And how do you tell the difference between a close friendship and something that's crossing the line? And I asked, is she Delulu for thinking her husband is crossing a line, or is she standing on business?
She is standing on motherfucking business
Yeah.
because, girl. I mean, I, I'm like, where do I start? Okay, hold on. This is what I'm gonna say. Holy cow! I tried to, I tried to like sit up and I missed my chair. Get off ChatGPT. Don't ask an AI robot for legitimate advice feelings. Like,
Yeah.
truly get off there. Do not. Second, the biggest boundary besides the shopping is the packed lunches. Because what do you
Yeah.
mean you're packing lunches for someone else? I would get if you had extra food all the time, and I've occasionally did that, like when I worked in person. If I had like extra food and like I was close with one of my coworkers, I'd be like, "Hey, like I don't even like offering food. I think it's kind of weird, but if I knew they would eat it, I would offer and say, "Hey, like I brought you extra or I made so much at home, like I can bring you a bowl if you're interested." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was never. I make cookies sometimes. Y'all want cookies? Like, but it
Y'all
was
want
never, it was for multiple people. It wasn't like the same person I constantly text and talk to every day. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And I feel like she's right. When you start getting that repetition of texting every day, making lunches, going grocery shopping, like, move in already. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
actually.
Why
And
not?
it's like, why are you making lunches for her but not for your wife? Why are you not texting your wife as much? I mean, there's a lot of questions there. And I don't know, like, I would be worried if I was in her shoes. Like, actually, I
Yeah.
would be worried. Like, I would almost say, like, you guys need to seek couple counseling, because I feel like this has to be traumatizing for her a little bit, because now she's going to have trust issues with any of his friends, female friends.
Yeah. I agree. And my thing is though, like, I understand like she in her thing, she's standing on business by thinking something suspicious, but my thing is I'm afraid she's a little delulu, I'm not gonna lie, because she's like, I really don't believe anything like um has actually happened, and like I think they're still innocent and stuff like that. That's where I don't think you're right. That's where I think
Yeah,
you're probably a little delulu, because this
actually,
man
you're
not
totally right
only,
for that.
yeah, he dresses for her, they work at a motel. Not saying, if you work at a motel, but like
Spray
everything they do, they go
cologne, pack.
shopping
Yeah.
together, packing the lunch. I mean, he's at her house. He's invited her over to his house alone. No. I'm going to say that's going past a friendship, and even to really nail it in the coffin, he literally said she was cute and calls her muffin. Sorry. Sorry, you don't do that. No,
Yeah.
not when you have a
Yeah.
significant other.
You know what? I gotta agree with you, and I think it'd probably drop in the. Would you say "hear me out" is what you're saying, or would you say she's completely delusional for thinking that? Because I'm like, how would you rank this? What was the question again?
So basically, it's like, is she delusional for how she's thinking? Because
Okay.
she's jealous of, basically, she's like, I'm feeling jealous for the first time with my fiance. How can I move past it? One, she's trying to move past it. I feel like that's delusional all on its own. Two, it's like her saying, how do I deal with this kind of jealousy in a healthy way? How can I move past it? How do you tell the difference between it? Like, I feel like she's clocked it. Like, there's something more going on here. But she literally says, logically, I still think everything is innocent. That is true. Like, with all of this stacked up, I'm not gonna say she's completely delulu, but maybe you're the problem if you're sticking in a marriage, and you realize that all this is going on. I mean, maybe she's just in denial. Maybe
I
that
would
she's
say
not.
it's denial.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Where should I like? Maybe I'm the problem. I mean, maybe it's denial. Like, maybe she's not the problem, but
I
maybe
put it
she's
in
in the
between.
denial.
Between "hear me out" and "I'm the problem."
Yeah, I'm going in between.
It's
Oops,
not that
sorry.
she's the problem. It's the fact that, like,
No.
your your denial is a problem. Like, not wanting to
Yes.
face it, and like not setting boundaries. Girl, I'd have been like, day 2, like, about a lot of this shit, knock that off. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I'd be
I
communicating
understand.
my feelings. Like, it sounds like she hasn't communicated her feelings. And I think that's a partial problem,
Yes.
right? Because maybe he's so oblivious, like, hypothetically, super oblivious, and she's coming to Reddit and she's going to Chat GPT and she's not talking to her husband about it. And I think that is a
Yeah.
problem.
I think so too. I think with everything, like, yeah, no, she's not the actual problem. That's just like the ranking thing. I don't want people to think we're calling her the problem, because that's her husband's, oh, like, fiance, whatever. That's his
He's,
own issue
yeah.
that he's created. And that's no fault of her own through any of this. However, I think that she really needs to look at all the facts here and stop kind of hiding behind it, saying, oh, I don't think they're doing anything. You have a gut feeling for a reason. You said it in your thing. Act on that and say, hey, I need to look at your phone. I need to realize like why this is happening. This has gone on for too long, and I don't feel comfortable anymore with you hanging out with her the way you've done. I'm not saying that you can't have friends that are girls. I'm just saying that this has gone too far.
Yeah,
You
you've
have
crossed a
crossed many
boundary.
lines.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, are we ready for this next one? And
Yeah.
I
I'm
think you
ready.
also might have a good bit to say about this one.
Oh Lord. Okay.
We both had a lot to say on that first one, man. That shit. Oof.
We about to get out and punch somebody.
Yeah,
We're not violent. We're just little girl. We're just cutie little. No, I'm just a girl. We're just girls, okay? We don't.
just a girl.
But we can get on the.
Doo-doo,
No,
doo-doo.
I'm.
Am I overreacting? Boyfriend wants an equal priced gift in exchange for an engagement ring. Now I don't even really want it.
Huh? No, I'm sorry. I'll let you
I
continue.
read this title. I was like, this is fighting. Like
Yeah. Will you?
my boyfriend and I have been discussing engagement as we've been together for 4 years now. It's been an exciting time for me, especially as I watch all of our friends get engaged and married as I want that for myself. I'm happy in my relationship for the most part, but there's been a streak of selfishness that I've noticed in him lately. He says it's because work is stressful, but I'm starting to think that this is just who he is now and that the below situation has happened. A couple of weeks ago, my boyfriend saw a video where a man claimed that other men were too easy about getting engaged and should require women to provide an equally priced gift in exchange for an engagement ring. Something about how it's not fair to women getting something expensive and men get nothing. The guy said that women use the well, I have to sacrifice my body to have your babies as a reason why that is insufficient because most men don't want babies. Obviously, I'm not a man, so I don't know how many men feel about fatherhood, but the men I know that are fathers seem pretty happy about it. I'm sure that there are some that don't want to be, but I digress. He says I should buy him a car or a Rolex.
I'm. I'm so sorry.
Mind you, both of these items far exceed $2,000 ring I had picked out intentionally so he could get something affordable that matches my style. I brought up how that seemed weird to me and seems less symbolic and meaningful to barter gift giving, especially when he wants something that, in my opinion, is unreasonable. It feels like he's using my desire to get married as a way to come out ahead. He claims that it happens all of the time and how
Where?
yeah, exactly. And how he saw a separate video of a woman buying a man a $40,000 watch as an engagement gift. I asked if he knew anyone that personally did this or if he just saw videos online that were like sponsored or engaged or sorry, staged. And he said he's never seen it happen but fully believes that it does. Don't get me wrong, I have no problem with getting him an expensive and nice things, as I have done so many times in the past. But this idea of having to get a gift exchange for what is one of the most exciting and memorable point in a woman's life just seems gross to me. It's made me feel not even like I really want it because I've always wanted to get engaged and married to a man that wanted those things with me more than anything, not someone who needs a promised gift in order to do it. Am I overthinking? Sorry, yeah. Am I overreacting for feeling this way? I'm second guessing myself because I can't quite put my finger on why this made me feel so gross, but it just did. I never really thought I'd be thinking of ending our relationship.
Wow. For one. Um. That man is truly
Delulu.
delusional to think
He, off his
that.
rocker.
Yeah, to think that she was gonna buy him a car or a Rolex. Like, for one, you get the ring like special for whoever, and like women have proposed to men, stuff like that. But like, obviously here, the she wants her boyfriend to propose to her. And that's something special. That's something special between two people. Like, when you want to be engaged, You hand someone, an engagement ring, and that's how it happens. Now, if there's other people out there or how they do things, in like if you're freaking rich and rolling in it, I guess so. I guess you get your man a Rolex for getting you a ring. I don't know. He's probably spent like $150,000 on a ring where you got him a Rolex. You know what I mean? Like if you're rolling in it, like these people on TikTok, but most of the time that stuff is not real. It's
I feel like
literally
he was trying to get
staged.
it. I feel like he was trying to get it and then dip out.
Honestly, yeah, that doesn't sound like you love someone. That's not you loving someone. You want a Rolex or a car in exchange for an engagement ring? You get out of here. Get out of here with that. No. We don't need that mentality in a man anyway. Like, what do you mean?
I read this one and I was like, there's no way this is real. Like, I feel like I know what he's talking about because I'm pretty sure I've seen a few videos on TikTok and I was like, no way. Like this
Yeah.
this trend will die here. And it made it to Reddit. So honestly, like if you're expecting a gift, I don't know. Like I do feel like children is a fair, you know, but uh, I don't know. It's just the thing that you do. Buy the ring. Shut up. You know? Like,
The thing is, like, the man also gets a ring. He just doesn't get it until the wedding.
true.
So, like,
Literally what
what's the
Chey said.
problem?
You know
I
what?
just don't get it.
Yeah. I think she's standing on business and not buying that shit.
Yeah, stand on business. She shouldn't buy it.
I honestly hope she dumps him.
With that behavior, like I would be so icked out. If this was Ick Olympics, he's winning. Cause you're literally no. Mm-mm.
Alex said, "What's wrong with a small gift? A sword would be cool." I mean, you're actually
Ah
so
ha
valid.
ha.
He's valid for that. I think a sword would be dope as shit. But
What the heck? Y'all are nuts.
I feel like when she says like I've bought him affordable gifts, like I've bought him stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
You buy each other gifts out of love for one another. You don't say, "Oh, I'll get you a ring in exchange for a Rolex or a freaking, Rolls Royce. What do you
Yeah.
want me to do?" Like,
Yeah.
no. Get out
Yeah.
of here.
It's very uh illogical, there's a word I'm looking for in my memory bank, but I can't find it.
I don't know.
Anyway,
You remember
she's
you
standing
being
on
working
business.
overtime. Yeah, she's sent on business.
She said,
Heck
"Oh
yeah.
hell no,
Oh heck no, she ain't giving in. She don't even have
girl, I wouldn't either." I mean, shit. Like,
leave.
I
Leave
do
that
like.
man.
I think if my husband was like really like, I want a small something. I'm okay. But I bought him his ring, and I feel like that's a fair exchange. We both probably spent the same amount of money on each other's rings,
That's
and
what
I
I'm
feel like
saying. Like the
that's
man
fair.
eventually gets a ring.
Yeah.
Like he just waits long, and like yeah, does like the woman sometimes get like a wedding band and stuff? Yes, but sometimes they use the same like you use the same ring you got engaged to, or with as a wedding ring, and then you get your husband a wedding ring. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like a tit for tat. It's the same thing. He just waits a little bit longer. Like he was gonna get that like Rolex and dip out if she would actually get it
Yeah,
for him. Like he was
I
not
agree.
sticking around.
My dad says hi, by the way.
Hi.
Hi, Dad. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, crazy story. I read this. I said, no way.
Yeah. Okay, that was a crazy one for sure. The audacity. I said
The
a Rolex or a
audacity these
car.
past 2 minutes. I said, no way.
Yeah, literally. We need to like a rate. We need one like doing an audacity one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be fun. Or like, do my thing. Like, should you leave him or not? Like, honestly,
Ooh, yeah.
fuck him.
Put that on
Like
the
my
word. Fuck 'em. Yeah.
fuck him. If you've been an OG, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next story. Are you good?
Yes. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Like, dang.
1 second later.
One eternity later. Okay. Am I the asshole for installing a camera in my room to see if my mom is lying to me? I, 19 male, and my mom, 49 female, have had numerous fights the past few weeks, most of which are on the same topic, that being her going into my room and looking around without me knowing. Basically, every time I would leave for the house for work or anything else, I would always leave my door fully closed but would come back to it open. Also, I would be incredibly positive that certain things had been moved around or straight up gone. So naturally, I'd ask my mom if she'd gone into my room. She would always say no. Now, maybe the first couple times I could play it off and be forgetting to close my bedroom door, but once it started happening multiple times a week, I knew that wasn't the case. So yesterday I went out and bought one of those Bluetooth surveillance cameras. At this point, I was positive she was going in my room behind my back and then lying about it. I just said I wanted proof because I knew this would just continue to happen otherwise. This morning, before I left for work, I made sure the camera was working, closed my bedroom door completely, then headed out. Around midday, I got a notification on my phone that the camera had detected some motion, so I pulled it up to view the recording. Wouldn't you know it, there was my mom going through my drawers, closet, and desk. She was even grabbing certain things and tossing them out into the hallway. I
No.
closed the video, speed seething, making sure I saved it first, and planned to confront her first thing when I was done with my shift. When I got home, I immediately asked her if she'd gone to my room. She said no. I responded by pulling up the video and holding my phone in front of me so she could see it. Instead of apologizing, she exploded. She screamed at me for installing a camera in her house without her permission. I responded by demanding an explanation for her going in my room. She insisted that she had a right to as my mother. She began questioning certain things in my room, to which I said it's none of her business. At this point, I was done. I stormed off and went into my room. Within the hour, my phone started blowing up with messages from family, all siding with my mom, telling me I'm insane for putting up a camera. I kid you not, the entire family is on my mom's side, except for my dad. Unfortunately, my dad can't stop this himself, as my parents split up years ago and he isn't allowed in my mom's house. I swear I'm doing nothing wrong here. Like, it's only my space in the house where I keep my things, relax, and do my own thing. Am I, or am I just completely out of my mind? He says extra information. I've never stolen anything, not from stores or other family members. Never had a history of drugs, smoking, vaping. Things I saw from the video of her taking from my room have been these: a notebook, a pair of sneakers from my collection, a few pairs of my paints, some plastic clothes hangers, my second bedside lamp, and old paychecks from my work. I also don't pay rent.
Wow. I I would be seething just as
Yeah.
OP is, and like I get like I can't even say I got nothing for this mama. Honestly, she just overcrossed. She goofed up. And
Yeah.
her like blowing up and lying, and it's bad. It's I would be fucking mad. I would be cussing, hooting, hollering everything under the sun.
Yeah, honestly, and like he feels like he's going out of his mind. Like he thinks he's crazy for putting up the camera, even though he still saw her doing. Like his suspicions were confirmed, but he still thinks he's like crazy for putting it up. So it's like, is
But it's
he?
like,
Clearly
why would
not. Like
she
I don't
do
think
that stuff?
so.
Well, I think what's making him question himself is his all of his family is like siding
Yeah,
with the mom. But it's
like
I
duh, she should go through
I
your room. Like
yeah, I honestly think this mom just has control issues.
yeah, I really think so because I mean, why are you going through his things like that? I know, he's 19. He's not like a teenager. Like, I get going through your teenager stuff to make sure, like, they're being whatever. Like, if you're suspicious about, they're having alcohol in the room or something like that. You know how parents can go through your stuff. But like, he's 19 years old, never had a history of vaping or drugs or anything like that. And like, she's grabbing like paints and notebook and stuff. Like,
Do you think she's trying to find
why?
a reason to like kick him out?
Ooh, that is possible. Maybe she's like tired of dealing with it and like she's like, "Oh, well you were 18, like now you're 19, you're supposed to be out of the house. Now
You're
I'm going
not
to try to
paying
find
rent now.
ways."
Yeah.
Or maybe she's trying to sell us stuff. I don't know. Like
That's also true. I don't know. This one's wild, dude.
Yeah, I don't obviously he's not delusional cuz she did something, but like I think he feels crazy because of his family not besides his dad, like his other family members not siding with him
For sure.
whatsoever. So he's probably like I'm probably crazy for putting a camera in here cuz my whole family seems to think so, but I don't think
Exactly.
he's crazy.
Yeah.
Like but also at the same time, it is her house. So I'm literally teetering on like the standing on business and hear me out. But also, I don't think she should go like, I would never do that. So I just don't know if I'm crazy. Like,
I mean, honestly, like I would do the same thing he did.
yeah, smart. Like you're standing on business. You're trying to protect your things. You ask your mom, hey, be honest with me. Like, have you gone through my room? Like, every time I come home, my door's like open and I know I shut it. No. She could have just been honest and been like, yeah, like I'm just afraid that you're doing XYZ. Um, and I'm just trying to keep you safe because
I
you're
think she
my,
has an ulterior. Oh my god.
ulterior. Wait! Yeah, I said it right. I was like, girl, I can't even
Yeah.
say it.
She has a
Ulterior
motive.
motive.
She has a motive, and she's pissed that
Yeah.
she got caught.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people would argue. Sorry. Maybe people would argue with us in the comments or the chat. But I think he's standing on business. I mean, maybe a little bit on the hear me out because it is her house. But at
No.
the same time, I think he's standing on business. It's still not right to go, especially he's 19. I know that's still your child, but without talking to your child first, and they're that age, I get it if he was like 14 and you're worried for his safety, then
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
But no, if he hasn't had a history of anything, I mean, he could be telling us lies, but you know, I think he's probably standing on business. He
I
just
think
wanted
so
to find
too.
out if his mom was snooping.
I think so too. All right. Are we ready for this next one?
Yes.
I know we're kind of getting a little long on the podcast. I was like, damn. That first one, man, we were going.
We were ah.
Am I overreacting for ending a 7-year friendship after my best friend secretly dated my close friend and lied to me? I've been friends with HUD for over 7 years. We're basically like brothers, and we've been through college, personal struggles, and a lot of life together. About a year ago, I met Nisa, and we quickly became very close. We talked almost every day for hours, shared personal things, and built a strong emotional connection. We were both single, and for a while, we never officially dated. We were more than just casual friends at times. 5 months ago, HUD went through a really rough breakup. It hit him hard. He was dealing with depression, anxiety, and just wasn't in a good place mentally. I wanted to help him, so I introduced him to Nisa, thinking they could at least be friends and support each other. Nisa was hesitant at first, but eventually they started talking. Over time, I noticed they were talking a lot, constantly texting, calling, and getting closer in a way that didn't feel healthy, especially considering HUD's emotional state. I got concerned and stepped in. I told HUD to be careful and not get too
Hey,
attached.
you're cutting out bad.
Oh, how am I doing now?
Better, I think.
It's always when I'm reading.
I know, and I don't want to miss anything in your story, and I don't know if it's for other people or just me.
Let me come back.
Okay. I'm just dancing to an invisible song in my head. Invisible? I don't think that's what you call that. Invisible song. Like, it's in my head? Huh. Uh, I don't know what to call it. I'm dancing to a song in my head. Yeah. I don't know if it's invisible.
Okay, I've returned.
Hello, back.
Can you
Hello,
hear me?
back. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, what was the last thing you heard?
Ah, just go back like a small bit.
Over time, I noticed they were talking a lot, constantly texting, calling, and getting closer in a way that didn't feel healthy, especially considering HUD's emotional state. Does that kind of line up where I was at?
Yep.
Okay. I got concerned and stepped in. I told HUD to be careful and not get too attached since he was still healing. And I told Nisa about his situation so she wouldn't intentionally hurt him. They both agreed to keep some distance. 2 months ago, I started casually asking HUD if he was still in touch with Nisa. Every single time, he denied it. I had no reason to doubt him, so I trusted him completely. Then, 2 weeks ago, Nisa called me out of nowhere crying. She said she had gone through a breakup. I was shocked because I didn't even know she was seeing someone. She refused to tell me who the guy was, but said the reason for the breakup was he wasn't ready for a relationship. I even guessed if it was HUD, but she denied it. I believed her. I did what I thought any good friend would do. I comforted her, listened to her for hours, and even helped involve her with other friends so she wouldn't go back to that guy. Without knowing the truth, I spoke badly about him, calling him out for hurting her and not being serious. A week later, she seemed better and even started speaking negatively about the guy herself, saying he used her and that she was glad she didn't fall for him completely. I agreed with her, still completely unaware that person we were talking about is HUD. Last Sunday, HUD asked me to meet. It wasn't unusual, so I went. We hung out like normal, did some shopping, met another friend, and had some dinner. The whole time, I was casually bringing up Nisa and her breakup, and kept acting like he knew nothing. When I was dropping him home, he finally confessed. He told me that he was the one who has been dating Nisa and that they just broken up. I was completely shocked. At first, I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. Then he then everything just clicked. The lies, the denial, everything. What hurt me wasn't that they dated. I genuinely wouldn't have had a problem with it if they just been honest. What what hurt was that they both lied to me for months, made me look like a fool, and even put me in a position where I was unknowingly criticizing my own best friend. I contacted Nisa to confirm, and she admitted it, but said HUD's decision to hide it. That didn't make me feel any better. I still felt betrayed and manipulated by both of them. I calmly ended my friendship with Nisa and blocked her. No shouting, no insults, just a clean break. Since then, HUD has been constantly trying to reach me, calling, texting, and even showing up my place. I ignored him at first, but when I finally agreed to meet him again, I couldn't even sit through the conversation. I felt overwhelmed by the lies and the betrayal. Now I'm left questioning everything 7 years of friendship, trust, and it all feels broken. Am I wrong for ending this friendship over this?
This one's hard because I understand where this person's coming from. Like, your friends betrayed you, lied to you, did things behind your back, and that should not happen in a friendship. But also, like, what if they wanted to keep their relationship private because of a reason? But it's also like those are your best friends. So it's like, it's hard. This one's kind of hard. I'm not going to lie.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting it to squeal. Did you hear that?
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I did, but it's
Sorry.
okay. Gotta
I
stay hydrated.
Yeah, I was reading this one and I was like, you know what? I feel like this guy is kind of blowing it a little bit out of proportion because I think he's jealous. I honestly feel like he
Yeah.
has feelings for Nisa. They messed around. He doesn't want to admit it. And because, like, to me, like, you could be upset at someone for like lying and covering it up and not sharing that information. I feel like we've all like lied about a relationship.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
And I don't know. I just feel like he has to have feelings for her. I feel like it can't just be strictly because he got lied to. Maybe it is, But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's a little jealousy. I feel like there's some feelings there. I feel like he's a little delulu about like just cutting the friendship off. I even think like not even talking to Nisa and not giving her a chance, like just like clean break. I'm like that's
Yeah.
kind of harsh, you know? But
Harsh.
also we don't know what his past has been like and how many people have burned him, you know, because I could say something
True.
for myself. So maybe in a way he's guarding himself like, but also him reevaluating like their friendship and how long they've been like friends and questioning all this stuff over just this one instant.
Yeah, he has to have feelings for her some way because like I mean, she's the first person he was like bye. And he was like kind of trying to hear out but like, HUD, but he wasn't trying to go back to that friendship clearly. But like Nisa, he said bye because I think she hurt him so bad,
Yeah.
and that probably screams, he liked her, and that's why he felt so betrayed. Because, yeah, it hurts for your friends to lie to you, but at the same time, your friends may just want to keep their relationship private. Maybe they were unsure about getting into it themselves. And they were like, hey, let's keep this on the lowdown till we kind of figure out our feelings for each other. And
Yeah.
that's okay to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I also feel like she knew that OP had feelings for her and was like, hey, like, Hud, we shouldn't say anything. Like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. You know, like, I want to
yeah.
tell him later. What if this doesn't work out? I know you're still trying to heal from a relationship. And then, you know, so many promises were made, and here we are. She's upset. They broke up, and OP's pissed off about it. And I feel like he's in between, like the hear me out, I'm the problem. I don't feel like he's 100% standing on
Yeah.
business.
No, I don't think so either. I think you're right. I think he is definitely in the in between.
Would you say
Um,
he's between Delulu and problem or hear me out and problem?
I, ooh, I want to say like hear me out in problem because like I understand both ways of like where it's he's being betrayed and lied to, but at the same time as well as them that they should be able to keep their relationship private.
Yes.
So it's really
Yeah.
hard. Like
Yeah.
would that suck for your friends to lie to you behind your back for so long? Absolutely. But would you also kind of be understanding why? Well, hopefully they would tell you like, "Hey, we did it because of
Well, it
this."
sounds like
You
he
know what
didn't
I
even give
mean?
him a chance to explain. He cut Nisa
Yeah.
off before she could even talk to him. And then he's like, yeah, I want to cut Hud off. Like, it seems like they didn't even give him a chance to talk.
And I think that's where his hurt probably comes in from liking that
100%.
girl.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of leave it there. More leaning on, maybe he's the problem. Maybe you're the
Sorry,
problem.
bro.
Okay. All right. So this next one. Am I the asshole for not quieting down at a Renaissance fair and walking away after my boyfriend sided with a stranger? I, 23 female, went to a Renaissance fair with my boyfriend, 26 male, and my sister. My sister and I go to events like this regularly, but it was my boyfriend's first time. At these events, people dress up, interact with performers, and cheer loudly during shows. I was acting how I normally do, engaging with the environment and cheering during performances. During a joust, I was cheering along with the crowd, nothing inappropriate, just typical cheering. A man sitting in front of me turned around and said I was scaring his child and asked me to stop. Before I could respond, my boyfriend told me I should quiet down a little. That upset me, especially since the event itself encourages loud crowd participation. Another person nearby even commented that the man was out of line. I felt embarrassed and unsupported, so I got up and walked away to calm down. My sister came with me. We had already planned to split up after the joust, so I didn't think it was a big deal to take some space. A few hours later, my boyfriend found us and was upset, saying I had abandoned him at an unfamiliar event. He also said that if a child is scared, people should adjust their behavior regardless of the setting. I disagreed and felt like I shouldn't have had to change normal behavior in that kind of environment. We ended up arguing and it escalated more than it should have. Added, before the joust, we had a detailed plan of separating for an hour ish after the joust. We each wanted to do different things, happening at the same time frame, so we planned to part ways and meet back up the place I wanted to go to since it was a group activity. My sister and I did separate for a time, and she came back and joined me at the location talked about. I figured my boyfriend would do the same, which is why I was more okay with walking away from the situation. Also, before the joust even started, the kid was side eyeing my sister and I, a look we are very familiar with as African Americans when children clearly aren't exposed to other people. After the dad told me to quiet down, other people pulled me aside and said how he had no right to do so. All I was yelling was, "That's my wife," cheering for the female knight, and the man was there with his husband, so that comment shouldn't have really been an issue to him. So, am I the asshole for not quieting down and for walking away?
This one's tough because, um, man, let me think about this one for a second. Cause like, in a way, um, I can see where you hooting and hollering can be new to a child. Maybe you're not thinking about their ears. I know that like the hearing is quite different. So maybe there's this part of me that's like, okay, I can see where the dad's like, hey, pipe it down. But also, like, it's a jousting event. It's outdoors. It's for under an hour. And it's not like she's screaming the entire time. And part of me is like, if it bothers you so much, move. And then part of me is like, well, if you're so annoyed with him, then move. Like, someone in this situation could have moved chairs. They obviously
Yeah.
do not coincide. I also feel like the thing is like, if other people are interacting or cheering, and the Renaissance festivals are very interactive. So if you're bringing your child to an event that is loud, that is interactive, if this is your first time at a Ren fair, some people will just like move away from the section. They realize that it's loud and it's just abrupt for their kid. Um, I feel like it honestly the responsibility could have been on either person. With this being an adult, maybe he could have handled this a bit better. But also with the crowd being on her side, I kind of had a hard time because I'm like, well, you have a way more people saying, she kind of handled it the right way. But we also don't know if this kid has like, you know, autism or anything.
Sensory
Yeah,
issues.
sensory
Yeah.
issues. Thank you. On top of like that's really loud. Like having someone like POV, someone right behind you, standing behind you and screaming behind your back. I feel like that's a lot. You know what I mean? I feel like I've even experienced that, and I'm like, oh, I just gotta move. And this is where the
Yeah.
parent could have just, instead of picking a fight, just stood up and moved spots.
Yeah.
Um, the boyfriend thing, I get where the boyfriend was coming from. And she clearly like explains like they both agreed to split. So I think he was just more upset that she walked away knowing that they just argued, because it's like it's really unsettling to have an argument with your partner and then just walking away from it, especially in like a public setting, because one, it's probably not resolved, and two, your nerves are shot because you've just argued for 10 minutes, and how are you supposed to have a good time like that? So I feel like she shouldn't have left. I feel like she should have made sure the air was clear and that they were both good to go their separate ways before walking away.
Yeah. This one's definitely hard because I have a different take, I guess. Like, as a parent myself, like, if you go to an event like the Renaissance Festival, which I've been before, it's been a long time ago, but I've been before, and like, going into those places, or if you're new there, understandable, but there are large crowds of people, there are rowdy people, there are people being very loud, because they get really into it because they're excited, and those type of events, like, people people are gonna be loud. And it's like, if you're gonna bring your kid somewhere like that, then, if things are too loud for them, if they're having sensory issues or anything like that, then take it upon yourself to comfort your child and move if you need to. I don't think picking a fight with someone else and saying, hey, you're being too loud in an event where everyone's probably being just as loud, it's just probably loud to you because, you're sitting right behind them. I mean, I do get your take of like, yeah, some people are crazy obnoxious, like way more than they need to be. But some people get really into the event, and I feel like everyone paid for the event, like including you. But at the same time, like if that happened to me, I'm gonna comfort my child, be like, "Hey, babe, like, hey, it's okay, like you're fine, like you're good," and like if we need to move to avoid confrontation, because it's best to not get in confrontation while you have your child anyway. But I digress. Unless you need to, obviously. But like, I for one don't think that the person should have said anything to her, especially if people in the crowd were also on her side. They probably could tell she wasn't being as loud as the dad made it out to be. And kids really do scare easily, especially if they've never been around like loud places or not used to like yelling or things like that at home. I mean, it's a new experience for them. So they're going to be like, "Hey, like why is everyone yelling? That probably means there's danger. Like I don't like this yelling." Which is totally normal for a child, but like as a parent, like it's up to you to like say in that situation, "Hey bud, you're totally fine, like this is a safe environment, you're good, we're just very excited," and like show them that they get excited too. But I feel like the man did not handle that correctly. Like, or I feel like you could have been like, "Hey, I am so sorry to ask you this, my son is just a little scared, like can you," I wouldn't even do that, but like if he had to confront her, maybe you could have done it in a better way. Since they're outdoors and such, like watching the same thing. I don't know if my take is like hot, but like I said, as someone with a child, like if I go somewhere, if I'm taking them somewhere to a loud event, then I can't be really upset when people are just trying to enjoy the event as well. And I would then move my child if I needed to. If my child's that scared, you gotta take your child away from the situation. Your child comes first.
Yeah.
You don't need to be arguing with Susie over here. You know what I mean?
What
Like
did
that's not.
you
It's kind of
what
pointless.
did you think about how she handled it with her boyfriend?
I think, like you said, she should have talked to him, kind of stayed around. But I understand that she was upset with him. I definitely don't think. I feel like the boyfriend was probably nervous, which is why he was like, "Hey, like maybe you should quiet down a little bit." Especially if he's never been somewhere like that before. Do I think he should have been on her side? Just, unless she was really being that freaking crazy, which again, we don't know the context. We weren't there. We
Roll
can't
the clip.
see. But yeah, literally. But I do think that she should have stuck around because she literally did leave him by himself at a place he's never been. Even though they did agree to split up, it was after the jousting event, and that was supposed to be said. But again, I get being in the heat of the moment and being upset, but I do think she should have, you know, been like, "I'm angry with you, but hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go to my event because I don't want to stick around you right now because you really pissed me off." I mean,
Okay.
that's just smart communication in a
Yeah.
relationship,
I think
but
she should have communicated for sure. Like, instead of just
yeah,
walking off and then he's like, wow, like she's so pissed off, and then like
it's
it's
me.
just hard to like enjoy the event when you're feeling that way, like knowing that your partner feels that way about you.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, on the thing of like the child, the parent probably could have handled it better, but again, we do not know how loud she was truly being. Maybe she was being like the craziest fangirl ever and completely obliterating like everyone's ears. But at the same time, like I said, those like if you've ever been to a Ren fair,
See, I've
the
been to
stuff
a
gets loud.
jousting
Like
event and it was never like that. Like there was cheering, but it wasn't like that intense.
I mean, I can't say like no one's screaming like that's my wife. I mean, I went when I was a teenager. But I don't know. Maybe I guess it depends on where you go and like the etiquette there. But
Yeah, if other people were like hollering, like yelling, and like out of excitement, I get that. Um, I just feel like this story has like two sides to the coin because like we just don't
Yeah.
know the volume, and that's where I'm like, okay, that's a gray area, but also you are going to a
Yeah.
public event knowing people can be rowdy.
Yeah, that's where it's like it's hard because it's like, is it like we don't know how loud she was being, as well as the parent could have handled it in a better way to where, you still put your kid first, but you make sure your child's comfortable,
Yeah.
but like without having that outside, conversation with the person that's being loud.
Right.
Because the first thing I'm doing as a parent is trying to make sure my kid's okay and getting them away from like a situation if they're uncomfortable or if things are too loud. So I don't know. And then I mean, your kid's gonna be around loud things all their lives. You're gonna have to tell, hey, this is just normal. This is nothing to be scared of. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know everyone parents differently. I just don't know. I wish we had the video. I wish we could roll the
Yeah.
films because it's really hard to know how someone was being. They could say all day I was barely being loud, but again, they could have been busting everyone's eardrums. But to me, if I feel like maybe not if the crowd was more on her side, but also the boyfriend wasn't on her side, but he could have just been kind of nervous. So it's hard
Where
to
would you put
tell.
this
I
one?
don't even know. Yeah, that's what I don't know where I would put it. Like, is she delusional, completely out of
No.
touch with reality, and like not
I don't think
knowing how
that.
loud she is, and like,
Yeah, I don't think that. I think it was just like it's like kind of like everyone sucks here. Like boyfriend should have sided with her a little
yeah,
more, but like hey babe, like toot it down, And then like she could have been like a little more understanding, and then like the parent could have also moved. Like it was a little bit of like everybody.
yeah. I think so. I think you think like in the middle, kind of like they hear me out, and maybe I'm the problem because maybe she was the problem, but then maybe hear her out.
I would say she's more on the hear me out and a little on the maybe I'm the problem. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah,
Like
that is valid.
like
I'll agree.
35% like I'm the problem and then like 65% like hear me out. Like this is what
Yeah.
happened. Here's the film. I was not that loud.
I was not that loud. I was barely above a freaking like whatever decimal. Decimal. That's what you call
Decibel.
it. Decibel. My bad.
I was like
We
decimal.
both can't
Ooh.
say no words.
Ooh. Okay, you ready for this next one? If you're done. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry, moving screens really quick. But okay, there we go. Make sure I'm looking at the right one. Okay. Would I be the asshole if I put a post in my yard that could damage my neighbor's truck? My husband, 29 male, and I, 28 female, have lived in our home for over 6 years now. Our house is over 100 years old, and we've slowly been making improvements when we can. When we got married, my father in law's gift to us was landscaping for our front yard. We planned out what we wanted, talked to a landscaper, and he wanted to pay for it as a wedding present. The landscaping was completed over 3 years ago, and we were very pleased and appreciative for such a great gift. The landscape included a much needed retaining wall where there was a low patch in our front yard that previously turned into mud pit when it rained. Fast forward to a year, and our neighbors sold their house to a new owner. Almost immediately after she moved in, she made it clear that she was going to be unpleasant to live next to. In the first week or so living there, she came into our backyard and chopped the top of one of our juniper bushes and threw it into our yard. The bushes were right next to her garage, but clearly in our yard. It's an old neighborhood, and a lot of the garages were built long after the homes, so everything behind the houses are very close together. Her garage is very close to the property line and maybe even a little bit on our property. We would have understood if she didn't like the bushes. They were looking scraggly, and landscaping for our backyard was next on our list for improvements. However, she gave no explanation, and she hadn't even introduced herself to us. I knew she did it because I could see her from my dining room window. We ended up clearing all three of the bushes out by her garage because they were unattractive, especially after having the tops of one cut off. About a week later, she ran over our retaining wall with her lifted truck. It damaged the wall, but the truck is so tall, it did no damage to her vehicle. Again, she never talked to us about it or apologized, but I had seen her do it because I'm home all day. That summer, we had the same landscaping company do our work on our backyard, so we asked them to repair the front yard retaining wall. The repair cost $100, and we paid it because we didn't want confrontation with our neighbor. 1 week after the wall was repaired, she hit it again. We still had no apology from her. We were outside a lot, so we thought eventually she would approach us about it, and we gave her time. She never did. One day I saw her walking her dog and came outside to discuss it. I just openly by saying that I wanted to talk about our retaining wall, and she responded back by saying she didn't know how the wall was damaged. When I said I'd seen her run it over with her truck many times, she started making excuses. She said the wall is too close to her driveway and that it could have been a delivery driver or any random person who uses her driveway. I stayed firm. Initially, I was just going to ask her to pay for the next repair, but I decided, since she wouldn't even apologize, I would ask her to reimburse us for the initial repair and the upcoming repair as well. She agreed, but then she said it wasn't a big deal and she couldn't make any promises that she wouldn't hit it again. The wall was repaired again yesterday, and this is the part that my husband says I would be the asshole for. I put an ornamental iron post at the edge of our wall, but completely on our side of the property. That way it'd be easier to see where the wall is. But if she hit the wall again, she would also hit the post and it would probably damage her truck. My husband told me to take down the post. He said I was being vindictive and immature. I took it down immediately after I put it up, but I really want to prevent further damage to our property. I don't want her to hit the wall again. But if she did hit our wall and it wasn't the only thing being damaged, I think she'd be less likely to do it again. So, would I be the asshole if I put the post back up?
No. Bro, I put the post up. You kidding me? Like you're gonna do that? No. Sorry. I'm putting the post up. I don't think she's an asshole. She's protecting her property. How dare you destroy my property and then nothing happened to your truck again, like again and again? No. No. The post is staying up. I don't care what the husband says. I don't know. Sorry. That's
And
final.
it's the
Like the
fact that she
post.
made an excuse and then she's like, "Sorry, I did it," and then pays for the repairs and then hits it again. Like, dude.
No. Maybe you need incentive to not do that again. So the post is going in the yard, and it's my yard.
I'm also
I can put the
like,
post if I
I
want
have no
to.
clue what a retaining wall is. Oh my gosh, it's
I don't
like those
either.
like cinder blocks. Google a retaining wall. It's those like once you see it, you'll be like, wow, like I know what those are. I just didn't know that's what it was. Interesting.
Oh, oh yeah. She that did nothing to her truck. She's like doo doo.
Yeah, yeah. So honestly, I would be just really annoyed, and plus, like, um, that rain not being able to like travel through and everything, and it's creating those mud puddles. Like that's really annoying, especially if she has like hydro seeding, because
Yeah,
um, you can ruin the seed while it's germinating. I know so much about landscaping. Sorry. Um,
girl. Yeah, yeah,
I know, right? So it's just like I don't know. I feel like that's really messed up. Put the post back up.
yeah.
I don't blame you, girl. Protect your property, and like
She's standing on business. Period.
maybe should just the your neighbor should get better at driving. Maybe get a bigger driveway. Like I don't know. Um, it's not it's
Yeah.
not your problem that she keeps damaging your property. Honestly, this is what I would do. She hits my freaking retaining wall again. I'm filing a police report.
Yep.
I'm filing a
Damage to
freaking
my
police report
property.
for damages.
Again, put the post up. It's in you. What is she gonna do? It's in your yard. And if it gives her incentive again, if she hits it and messes up her truck, maybe she'll think twice because she clearly doesn't care about your property. And if she's like, I understand, like, things happen, but they don't happen that often. Why?
I think she's standing on motherfucking business.
Yeah, she's staying on business. She ain't never left.
Yeah. She started there from the beginning and started there at the end.
Yep, started from the bottom. Now we hear it. Nope, she never started from the bottom. She was standing on business the whole time.
100%.
Okay. Are we ready for my next one?
Yes, I'm just going to turn off my camera for a second, but I can hear your story.
You good. Okay. I, 24 female, am unsure if I'm the crazy one in the relationship. I have been dating. Girl, you got glasses on and you still can't read? Get it together. I, 24 female, have been having many issues with my partner, 27 male, for a long time now since we have started dating since 2 years ago. We are very much compatible on many other levels, thus, we plowed through them until recently it has gone on a breaking point. He used to be the extreme controlling and insecure one in the relationship in the beginning, and I took it all in. I guess I was not in a good place either to have tolerated all of that. Fast forward, I've carried all those habits with me, and I'm used to updating my partner on my whereabouts always, cautious of every opposite gender I interact with, etc. However, he has now changed and expects me to be super relaxed and let him have his freedom. This was a gradual change, and now it has become very apparent. He has changed for the better, I guess, but I did not change together with him. Things have gotten worse recently, which was most part my fault since I couldn't handle the change, and I decided to seek therapy, which he said it's a waste of money, since I recognize I have deep issues with it myself. I know what I should work on, which are my insecurities that were further fueled by his behavior in the beginning. I did want to make the relationship work, so I thought through everything and decided to have a talk with my partner on how I can change with his support moving forward. But he doesn't seem to understand me at all. Says that I'm making my problems his problems. I told him that I needed some sense of security, which is to continue with what we usually do. Examples, updating each other here and there, not obsessively, of course. In the meantime, before I can fully heal and understand we don't have to do all those things anymore, he did agree to continue routines we have, though somewhat reluctant, and I was trying to talk and explain to him why this was necessary so that he could understand me better since he wasn't feeling good about it, but he thinks I'm just suffocating him further. He even said I am spoiled by him and that he set the bar too high in the beginning, which he regrets. I just wanted to talk and have things laid out clearly, but it seems like I made the situation worse. This often happens with other conversations, and he will always go, "Here we go again." I'm not sure if this is my fault for having to talk it out, or if I was too much. I just felt like my head had to be heard. Felt like my needs had to be heard. I was also on the verge of leaving the relationship for a few other reasons. He's always had bad anger management issues, and it has mellowed down a little throughout our relationship, but it seems to have come back due to the issue I mentioned. He seems to talk down to me. Examples: seriously, you better start listening properly, or ask stupid questions, and this is what you'll get. And all along, he has thought and admitted before that he thinks the majority of the time I am at fault or not being able to listen slash talk slash comprehend properly, even if he made a mistake himself at first. He's pretty vulgar as well, says shut the fuck up to me very often. He thinks I'm crazy for the issue mentioned above and flares up at me easily when I don't have any hidden intention at all. A few days ago, I brought up the breakup because I saw that both of us couldn't agree with each other at all, and seems that we have resentment against each other. I have my issues, which involves him, and he just thinks I'm unreasonable whenever we talk. It ends up being heated and having no conclusion to it. But the next morning, he apologizes about it and says to sort things out. He seemed to be updating and talking to me a lot more often despite being at work. When it came to having the conversation again, the same thing happened. We ended the call with him saying whatever and that he doesn't want to do anything anymore, which is a frequent pattern. Now he texts me and says, "Girl, get it together." Now he texts me to say that we should both calm down and try to think about I need to get my life together and try to think about it on how to solve it while saying he loves me. I'm hypersensitive, so I notice all the weird things, and if anything is slightly off, I'm not sure if he really loves me because all the things that have been happening has made me think otherwise. What do you all think?
Girl, you should have been out of this relationship a long time ago. Like you
Ye
said,
go.
she's like admitted like she saw all the problems in the beginning of the relationship, and they both changed in different ways, and just like talking about all of the different like, girl, there's so many problems. I run out of fingers trying to list these problems. Girl, you need to get the heck out. And let's see how old you are. You're
Yeah.
24. Girl, you got time. 2 years. He's 27. Oh my god. Yeah, she needs
No.
to get out of there, because she was 22, he was 25. No. Not that age gaps are bad. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you're just in like different mental parts of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like 20, 22, and 25, you know, am I mathing right? They're Are they 5 years apart?
How
3?
old is she?
24, 25, 26, 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was
Yeah.
22 and he was 25.
22.
And I feel like maybe those are just like just different mindsets in life. You know what I mean?
It is. And it's hard. Like, yeah, I'm not saying anything against age gap. Again, I mean, some age gap. Do not mess with me about that shit. We've already been through this before. If you've been here in OG, I've already stated my stance.
100%.
Um this ain't no romance novel. But again, um at this age gap, like, yeah, but you're gonna have that difference in mindset. He's not gonna have the same mindset as you most of the time. I mean, even
And with
though,
him being older is what pisses me off even more. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I think what I'm trying to say is with him being older and still acting crazy like this, no. No.
yeah,
She needs to call it. Love it. Love you. Like, hate that you wasted 2+ years. Well, I shouldn't say waste. You didn't waste, you learned so much.
yeah.
So,
You'll take that into your next relationship.
yes, take what you
Yeah,
learned, enjoy like a year off from dating, get to like refine yourself, and like discover like what boundaries that you set and what you want in a partner.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, my problem is here on the scale, like, she clearly thinks that she is crazy, the crazy one of this relationship. So she's wild for thinking that she is a crazy one
Yeah.
because he clearly is a crazy one.
100% I agree.
So I don't know where we rank this. Like, the maybe I'm the problem because maybe you really are. I'm not the no, she's not a problem. Like, but if you think that you're the
The
problem
problem
when he's
is
a
that she thinks
problem,
she's the problem.
yeah, that is the problem. The problems that you think you're the problem, and you got this type of man, this pickly freaking man. Yeah, I'm gonna
I guess
put it
it's
put it put it
easier
here.
if we say the issue is she thinks that she's the problem.
Yeah, the issue is she thinks she's a problem. She's not the problem, but in this situation, like, yeah, that's the issue is that she thinks she's a problem, and she's pretty. She's not completely delusional because she's starting to get those patterns,
Yeah.
but she stayed with him this long. We're teetering.
Yeah.
We're getting there. If we keep on being with him, honey, we're going
Yeah.
completely
If
Delulu,
you
and you
hit
don't want to do
year
that.
3, girl, you're Delulu.
Yeah, you've gone completely, and we can't save you from that. You gotta save yourself.
Oh my god. That's so funny. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah,
Okay. This next one's kind of small. Am I the asshole for telling my wife to wipe that shit eating grin off her face?
but this being the
She said, I'm about to beat him up. So recently, my wife of 15 years confessed that she's been sending money to her mom. We allow each other an $1,100 a month fun money budget, and I noticed she was saying she was broke a lot lately because we go out to eat and usually take turns paying. Well, I asked her what she was spending all of her fun money on, and if I barely spent any of mine, it's except of eating out, occasionally getting coffee I have at Starbucks, but I get the one in a mug with a free refill and stay to work there for a bit. Anyway, she said that her mom was hurting for cash and she sent her some some money and was smiling when she said it. And I got mad and said what I said. I have since apologized, but sat down and explained that her mom's gambling and drug and alcohol choices are what led her to the position she's in, and if we help, we are enablers. She says it's her fun money and she can do and spend it however she likes. For context, my wife does not work, it is her choice, not mine, and never has. And yes, we have a child. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, you're pretty asshole. I'm not gonna lie. No, I don't like you at all, actually. You know what I'm gonna say? Like, it is her fun money, like, and I understand, like, she shouldn't maybe be helping her mom with like bad habits, but at the same time, you should never ever be like, oh, wipe the shit eating grin off your fucking face. Like, you should not be saying this to your mom. There's a better and politer way to go. Like, maybe she doesn't realize this, it's her mom, she loves her mom. She's not gonna be like, oh, automatically my mom has a fucking problem. She's trying to help her mom, and you're sitting there like being completely rude about the situation instead of being like, hey, like, I don't know if it's really smart to send your mom money because like she really abuses it and we really want to help her not do that. There's such a better way for him to go about this. And he just seems like an asshole. I do not like the way he writes, the way he talks, the way he breathes. I don't like it at all. I don't like him at all. I just don't like him. I mean, no. I'm sorry. And then, oh, it's she doesn't work. Like, yeah, we have a kid too. It's her choice, not mine. Bro, shut up. Actually, shut up. I don't want to talk to you anymore. But also at the same time, like, I get how he's upset. I'm not just completely trying to dog this man. I get how he's upset that she is giving her mom money when her mom has a problem. But again, we sometimes have like blinders on with our parents or people we love, and we don't want to think that, hey, they're doing this thing and it's my mom. I want to help her out. There's a better way to go about saying, hey, maybe we should rethink about that, sending your mom money for like gambling and stuff, like, because that's probably what she's gonna do. There's a better way to go about it than what he did.
I have a different take. Ugh.
I knew you would. I just knew you would because you're looking at me like I was crazy. I'm listening.
So, hear me out, okay?
Okay.
His wife of 15 years confessed that she's been sending money to her mom. And think about, like, obviously I do agree he should have sat down and had a conversation and say, hey, like, supporting this behavior, no bueno. $1,100 is a lot. And when you're, I think the other problem I have is when you're going and saying I'm broke, you're getting $1,100 for free. And I feel like that's why he brought up the relevance of like she doesn't work, not to throw her under the bus, just to like let the comments know for context, like this is also technically his money. Like, it's not like she has her own job and she can make her own decisions. Because, like, girl, if you are working, more power to you. Like, you can spend what you want on whatever you want at your own leisure. But when you're like telling your husband, oh, I'm broke, like, I can't pay for things because you're giving it away for something that you're aware that is negatively happening. But also, I agree with what you said, like these are your parents, like you have these blinders on, like you want to help them, you know what I mean? So like I get
Yeah.
your, like, exactly what you're saying. I think what he said to her was hella disrespectful, and I think he should have just not said that and said, hey, like real talk, like, hey, like you smiling isn't funny, you know, like
Yeah.
this is serious, like I want you to acknowledge the problem that is we're facing. You're giving $500, we'll just take a guess, $500 every month. That's a lot of money,
Yeah.
right? So that's where, if it's affecting her life and she's saying I'm broke, why are you saying I'm broke?
Yeah.
And that's the part where I kind of, I get where he's coming from, but it also, like, he should have been more of an adult. He should have been more mature. He should have came to his wife, because they've been together for over 15 years, and talked to her as his
Yeah.
wife and not as a dickhead.
Yeah, I agree. I get your take completely. I think he just pissed me off because he should have gone about it better. And
I
again, like
agree.
maybe she, I mean, they've been together for 15 years. Maybe she knows her mom has these issues. But again, it's like hard when it's, I don't know how much she's sending her mom or whatever. But like at the same time, I feel like there's a better way for him to be like, hey, this is quite serious. You're sending your mom money and you know what she does with it. Like,
Yeah. And
let's
$1,100
be
is a lot of
smarter.
money. You know, like if you're telling me you're broke at the end of the month, like why are we broke? You know?
Yeah.
Like we need to budget better. You know, why maybe we can send your mom $200 to help her get off, get on her feet or something like that. Like having those conversations of like we need to sit down with her and talk to her. Like just having like a real like heart to heart and stuff like that. You know, I think he's probably like on the I'm the problem for the situation or I don't know
Yeah.
cuz like I don't want to say he's completely
No,
delulu,
he the
but
problem.
he also
He the problem.
he he acknowledged that what he said was wrong and he apologized. Well, but he's asking, am I the asshole for it?
He's the problem. I'm not gonna say he's completely delusional, like lost his rocker, because I do understand where, as a husband or a wife or whatever, you would be upset with your wife spending her fun money to like, help her mom, who y'all know is spending it on bad things. And as well as, why are you broke at the end of this? Like, I gave that fun money to you to go have fun, not help your mom out. And if you want to help your mom out, maybe we can figure out a way. But I feel like he could have gone about it so much better. I'm not saying that he's completely in the wrong. I'm saying his attitude is in the wrong.
Yeah.
That's where I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. I can agree with that for sure. I'm also like, why would she smile about it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, what in what context? Like, did he just want to say it to because he was pissed and he wanted to say something? Because like I just can't picture like why she would be smiling about it. Like you're giving money
I mean,
away.
maybe she was just like, yeah, maybe she was just like, "Oh, I just wanted to give it to my mom." Like maybe she thought she was being sweet, and so she was
Oh
smiling.
yeah.
But again, like I don't know the It's hard to know. Like, oh, does she know her mom? Like, does she have blinders on with her mom, or is she completely like, oh yeah, my mom's a gambler, but I completely support her bad gambling habits, and she knows that? Then maybe she should not be
Well,
smiling
she
at
said,
all.
but
Um,
sat down and explained that about her mom's gambling and drug and alcohol choices or what led her to the position that she's in. And if we help, we are enablers. So she said she can,
see, yeah, like that's the way to.
and she says she can spend her fun money however she likes. But my problem is okay,
Okay,
perfect. You
well,
can spend your money how you freaking like. But if you're bitching about you being broke, I don't want to hear it. I don't. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I got you back on my
Freaking had me
side.
sigh with this freaking man. Are you kidding me? I don't like how he said it, but at the same time, then I get it. If she already is like, okay, yeah, like I know my mom be doing the drugs, alcohol, gambling, but I don't care. I'm still gonna name like. Then you're not really like caring about your mom, and then don't come to me then asking for more money because it's crazy. Shoot, Jill, dang it. I don't know then. Like, is he more on a hear me out? Maybe I'm the problem, like teeter tottering. He shouldn't have said what he said. I think that's a bad way to go about it. But if he set her down and talked to her about it and she still was like standing her ground, I mean, again, she could be delusional herself about her own mom.
I agree with what Alex said. I was gonna say, I think it would be a hear me out. Us guys are bad at words.
Well, yeah, that's true. I guess I can't blame.
I was actually, before Alex said that, I was also gonna say, I think throwing it in the hear me out is more reasonable because, like, in a way, he does acknowledge and apologize, but he's also like, hear me
Yeah.
out on the reason why I said it. I do recognize what I said was wrong, but hear me out why I said it.
All right, yeah. I mean, I guess I was harping on again. I was just like, you're being like crazy by saying that, and also again, what if she doesn't understand that her mom
You
has,
were ready to come through the
because again,
screen. This screen.
I know it's like this man gonna talk like this. No, we don't take that disrespect. But at the same time, I can kind of get where he's like, hey, like, this is very bad. You sending your mom this money is very bad. Like, it's not helping her in the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Because it's not. That wouldn't be. Whatever. I was wrong.
No,
Don't
no,
talk about it. Don't ever remember
you had
this.
like a good like you had like a good heart about it. You're like, blinders, parents, like thinking about those things and just like being down to earth about for her side and then like the more we kind of got into like
Yeah.
the nitty-gritty of the details of like, well, she is choosing this, like she is in a way enabling it. And like to me, it would even
Yeah.
be better if she was like, "Hey, babe, like listen, I'm giving her this money to help her out of coming out of it. Like she's coming out of
Yeah.
it, but she's like acknowledging like she is funding the problem and not
Yeah.
helping change the problem."
Yeah. I think that would have, they probably both could have gone about it much better than they did.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say he's a complete asshole here. I'm not gonna say he's like, he's a hear me out delusion type. We had to hear him out in order to understand him. I certainly did. So yeah. Definitely had to hear him out. Cause he talking like that, nah, you gonna get smacked. We don't promote violence. It's a joke. It's a joke, okay? Like, dang.
I'm
They're gonna be like, we're gonna get canceled for violence or
I'm
something.
so annoyed. I keep like moving my thing and it just squeaks now. I'm like, that's new.
You're what?
This keeps squeaking.
Oh.
Spray some WD-40 on it, I guess.
Double dare forward. Okay, you ready for my last one?
Yes.
Okay. Am I 29 male, crazy for thinking she, I don't know who she is, 25 female, is overreacting? I, 29 male, have been going out with this girl, 25 female, for about 2 months. We aren't in an official relationship yet, but I haven't been seeing other people. She has one child and is usually a homebody. We went out again on Thursday and it was a lot of fun. She'd been planning on going out drinking with a friend who just got cheated on Friday and told me to expect some funny drunk texts. She didn't have her child this weekend. Apparently, I told her that day that I would stay up and text and flirt with her. I don't remember that and definitely don't think I did. Anyway, on Friday, we were texting during the day like normal. Then at 7, she says she's finally going out with her friend. I told her to send me all her funny drunk texts, some pictures of her and her friend, and to be safe. I wanted to let her be present and not overwhelm her. She texted me at like 9:20 with a picture. I responded at 9:40 about it and asked how it was going. At 10, she just sends another picture, and at 10:40, she sends a picture of her and her friend. I respond at 10:50 that she looks amazing and flirt with her a bit, and then ask if she's having fun. At 11:10, she sends me a video of her and her friend taking shots. At this point, I had fallen asleep with my phone in my hand. At 1:50 a.m., she texts me and says she hates when I'm like this and that it makes her feel like she's not worth my attention. She also said that we should cancel our weekend plans. She was going to come down to go play with me on Saturday night and stay over for the first time. Go to a play with me and stay with me on Saturday night. Whatever. You heard me. Then at 2:40, she said, especially on a night like this, what if I had needed you? The next morning, she doubled down and said I had told her I would talk to her, but then I felt like that I didn't, and now she's having doubts about us dating. She was out with her friend who had just been cheated on, so I didn't want to get in the way of her being present. Plus, she wasn't responding to any of my questions, so in the moment, I felt like the pictures were her way of saying she was fine, but that she didn't have time to talk. Obviously, I could have done that if I understood before, and I told her I wouldn't have any issue doing that in the future. I just didn't know. Everything else in our time has been smooth, even difficult discussions when we disagree, and there's always been talk of the future, so I'm just confused about this being potentially the way to end things. Or potentially the way things end. She's been so good at communicating, but Saturday she said she needed space, and yesterday we texted a bit, but she wouldn't call. Any thoughts to help me understand would be really helpful.
This is giving psychotic. This is run for the motherfucking hills because
Run for the hills.
there's no way this girl that you're not going out to the club with is expecting you to stay up until minimum 3 o'clock in the morning, texting her, her sending pictures, no words. What if I needed you? Call me? Like, wake me
Yeah.
up?
What?
Like, you think I'm gonna stay up that late and, like, barely text? No. Like,
No.
I just find it super weird. Like actually crazy ass behavior. I think what happened was is she was spending time with her friend and like hearing all these stories about her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, and just like kind of was like, "Oh my god, like I'm paranoid, like what if he does the same?"
Yep.
And
I was thinking the
okay,
same.
I'm so glad you thought that too because immediately as I'm hearing this I'm like, "Okay, she's backing out because she's scared about the same thing." I think I
Yeah.
I think this is crazy. Like actually like 100% like 360, not even a 180, 360. Like she did like a whole
Yep.
360. I'm like, girl, like I don't know what you expect from him. You're not saying nothing. You're just shots, like
Yeah, what did you want him to be like after every picture, write you a whole paragraph? And I think really they were probably like talking, you know how you're with your friend that like just got broken up with or something, or the guy was shitty or whatever, and you're just talking mad shit about, oh yeah, men aren't shit, like boys are dumb, you don't need him anyway, and then she's sitting there getting herself riled up like, yeah, he is dumb. I really don't need him. He didn't even text me back after I sent him 4 pictures. Why not?
and like the fact that he was like flirting with her like and I honestly thought it was like kind of weird. Hold on. Sorry, I'm reading this cuz I was like there was like a point her being like I feel oh please tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like this is so high school. You're gonna just expect some funny drunk texts from me. Like I can hear it
Yeah,
in my head. I'm like, this is so cringe, right?
it is. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I feel like that's literally what like you say like in high school, like, oh my god, like I got drunk, like I'm gonna be so funny, like don't even take anything I said
Yeah.
seriously. Like stop.
I'm being so silly.
Exactly. I'm like, girl, you're 25. Or wait, yeah, she's 25. I'm like, come on, girl.
Yeah, she's 25.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
e-
she,
yeah. So I think honestly, she just really wanted attention, and then like she talked to her friend, men ain't shit, and here we are.
Yep. Honestly. If
He's
you were ranking her, she's fucking completely Delulu.
yeah, he's
But
29, and I feel like he has his shit together for 29, and just needs to move on. She's in a different point of her life.
yeah, yeah. Honestly, the fact that he's still with her is really a hear me out. But like, he's kind of standing on business because, like, but he's not really standing on any business because I think at this point he's just
I
confused.
feel like he's tempting any I feel like he's tempting. She's good at communicating, but Saturday she said she needed space. We texted for a bit, but she wouldn't call. I feel like he still wants to pursue this, and I just don't know why.
Yeah, I don't either. That's a straight hear me out.
Yeah. I'd say
We need to hear you
yeah.
out.
Cause boy, after this I'd be like it'd be an ick. An actual ick.
Yeah. We have one little Jill left.
Okay.
So
Alright. Ready for this last one?
completely Delulus. I'm waiting for yours. You
Um
better hope it's
I
complete.
hope so. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Am I the asshole for indirectly telling on a coworker to management? At work, I have two coworkers, James and Anna, on my team. I'm the lead. I do want to clarify. She says she's the lead, but she's not the lead manager over them. So I just want to clear this up because people were fighting in the comments over this. I'm the lead, and they're essentially the exact same position as each other. Their desks are next to each other. James has always been a nice person. He gives us each birthday cards, gifts, brings in other treats often, is friendly. But there's no denying that he is socially awkward. He seems to know everything about everyone. He can be very nosy and involves himself in work tasks when he should not be involved with it. So much so that my boss has had to ask him to stay out of it several times. What I'm trying to explain is that he crosses boundaries often, and I don't think that he knows it. I do wonder if he is neurodivergent, but I'm not qualified to be speaking on that, and I don't know if anything has to do with what happened. A few months ago, I had left my work bag on Anna's desk. As I was running to a meeting upon arriving at her desk is right by the door. James messaged me and said, I think you left your purse on Anna's desk. I was appreciative that he was looking out for me and assumed that he knew it was mine because he's probably seen me walk in with it. But when I went to grab it, Anna pulled me aside and said that he grabbed it from her desk, opened it, pulled out my wallet and ID, and saw that it was mine, and then messaged me about it. My wallet is in another pocket inside the main pocket of the bag. Months later, I'm coming back to my desk and Anna's out for lunch. I look over and see James at her desk clicking around on her Outlook calendar. I just kind of stood there watching as he turned and saw me and then went back to his desk. When Anna returned, I messaged her to tell her what happened on the computer, and of course, she should know. If it didn't feel that serious to me, but she was really upset. Said like she felt like hello. Said that she felt like he invaded her privacy and trust. She told our boss told the director, boss and director called for a meeting to ask the details, and they wanted the full story before they take any action. I explained that I didn't know what he was doing. All I saw was him clicking on a mouse, the screen was unlocked, and that he went back to his desk. I never mentioned the earlier incident with my purse. Anyway, my boss and director are having a meeting with him, and I don't know the outcome will be. I've been sick with guilt over this, and I was telling Anna as an FYI, but it spiraled into getting him in trouble. Knowing that he's taken feedback in the past, I know that being warned by upper management is going to upset him a lot. I feel bad that I didn't say anything when I saw it happening. I kind of was just shocked, and I'm a very quiet person, but in hindsight, I should have just asked what he was doing, and it probably could have all been avoided. I really don't think this was malicious intent or harmful. I think he just doesn't get that it's not appropriate to touch people's things at work. I'm not the one to report it up to upper management. I only told Anna so she could escalate it. So she could choose to escalate it. Valid, this is the second incident she's been involved with. But still, it feels like it all stems back to me. So she said, edit, I am the lead for the sole reason that I'm a full time employee and these are two contractors. They're short term and they are often rotated out. I'm not in a management position, I'm an entry level to the company.
So basically, she got this man in, well, I guess not in trouble, but like, why didn't you ask him why he was on her computer?
That's what I was wondering because I'm like, what if he was just opening her calendar to see like what schedules or jobs that she had scheduled, especially with them being contractors? Maybe he was just trying to see a job that she had scheduled on the list. I don't know what this job is, what the details are, yada yada. But if it was personal, first off, girly pop, why do you have your computer unlocked? And two, why would he just be looking at your
Yep.
calendar?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I mean, yeah, see something, but like at the same time, you like speak like if you're there, like if you're seeing this man and he's on her computer, hey, why are you on her computer? Simple. He probably could have told you. And if you felt like he was making up a lie and like fumbling around, then go tell him and be like, hey, he was acting really suspicious around your like and was on your computer. Um the person, I don't know. I don't feel like it was that
Deep. I didn't
crazy.
feel like it was that deep
Yeah.
either because I'm like, okay, yeah, like you shouldn't touch like a person's things, but like if you also see a bag and like maybe it's towards the end of the day or something, like she even said like I was very appreciative that he like messaged me and told me my purse was there. But it's like how I
Yeah.
know that she like assumes like, oh, like he's probably sees me come in with it, but maybe he just doesn't pick up on that kind of stuff. Like
He's a
if you
man. They
think you're
don't
that
focus on what
relevant,
kind of bag.
like, yeah, if you think you're that relevant, sorry, but like, you know what I mean? For him to remember what bag you carry.
Yeah, I'm a girl. Like, if I was in the office, you think I'm gonna remember, like, if Susan or Jenny or Sarah, like, which bag is theirs? Probably not. Like, unless I love your bag and I'm like, oh, yeah, hers, that's great. I love that bag. I'm not gonna remember. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, the man is definitely not gonna remember. Unless, again, he's going through your stuff and he's a snoop. But, like, basically, you're calling this man a snoop
Yeah.
by everything that you've done.
I felt like she was pretty like Delulu in the situation of like I feel like she was like reaching at the straws because to me like she said like months goes by. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, so let's say if it's like a 6 month time frame, right? He does this wallet thing, and then 6 months later the calendar thing. Like to me, that's a long stretch. And
Yeah.
if it really bothered you that much, like if you know, like stop, stop snooping or stay out of it. Like, hey, dude, like you're pissing me off. Or like even when you found out about the wallet, I'd have been like, hey, like thank you so much for letting me know this was my bag. But like maybe you should reconsider looking through women's items before you do that.
Like, maybe next time, maybe just leave it. I know you're trying to help, but like, I didn't appreciate you going through my wallet
Yeah.
because, you know, that's weird. Like, I do understand like feeling violated in that sense because what I don't like, I don't know, it's hard. Like, why would you go through my stuff? Like, just leave the purse where it was then. But I understand like he maybe felt like he was trying to help.
Yeah, I think he felt
I
like he
don't
was just trying to
know.
be like helpful though.
Unless he is a big creep, then I don't
Maybe
know.
he's just overly
Cause
helpful. Cause like you know how she's you know what? Hear me out. Maybe he's just overly helpful because like people are telling him like stay out of it.
maybe. I don't know. And if she's like a lead, like not the lead manager, but like a lead, like maybe he's just trying to be like, you know, do anything I can to like show them I'm good at this, like I can be good in this position and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how long he's been there, I forgot, but
Yeah.
or I don't even know if they said,
But I also
but
feel like this coworker like broke like code. Like she should have like locked her computer before walking away.
you're supposed to. Yeah, IT would have a big fit with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The security people. Um I don't know. It's like, is she completely delusional? I don't know. I like, is she trying to be safe, but at the same time, you trying to catch a man up doing like what? I'm confused. Like, what were you trying to do here?
Yeah. I feel like in this instance, if you see him looking at the computer, hey, like, why are you on Anna's computer? Like, just curious, like, maybe I
Yeah.
can help you. Like, kind of direct it like that. But then just like telling Anna, because I almost feel like it's just like, if you were so concerned, like, just go to your manager and say, hey, like, do you know why whatever his name was on the computer? Like, would you know why? You know?
Yeah.
Like, did you because like maybe that could have been like instantly cleared up. Oh yeah, I actually asked him to check her computer for me.
Yeah. And then there it would have went, you know? Then you wouldn't have to be questioning.
Also, I feel like if he was trying to be stealthy, like he would have probably checked her computer a lot more incognito.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know what he's gonna, unless he's a stalker trying to see where she's gonna be on Tuesday at noon. But I don't know. Like again, you would have to like in the thing, you would have to say, "We really like he's giving us creepy vibes. Like he's very scary at work. This is why I was
She
worried."
even said
Like
that
none
she
of
feels
that.
bad and that she doesn't think that it was malicious intent.
Yeah. So it's like, what were you doing then?
Hear me out.
What were you
She was
concerned
just
about?
talking that shit. Her and Anna became really good friends and they bond over talking shit about what's his name? James.
You know, that's probably that adds up at work.
Yep.
A coworker story.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then now it's went too far and yeah.
What you think?
I'm between like
Be
I'm the
completely
problem
crazy.
and then like Delulu. Like it's like a 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I was like gonna say like in between, like 50-50. Like like maybe she could have actually thought something was going on, but clearly she did not think he had malicious intent. She literally stated that. So at this point, you're kind of delusional.
Yeah,
Unless you're leaving a lot of stuff out, then that's your fault for coming to Reddit anyway
true.
and not giving the full
Providing the
story.
receipts.
Yeah.
Some of the people in the comments were also telling her like she was speculating. She was bringing it too far, and she
Yeah.
should have just confronted him right when it first happened.
I agree. She should have been like, why are you on there? Like, hey. Like, not in a, like a huge, like an accusatory way. Just be like, hey, why are you on
Yeah, and if he starts
her
acting sketchy as
computer?
fuck, that's when you tell Anna, and then you'll go to management. Done.
Yep. Exactly. Then it's over. Then you had a reason to be suspicious. But you'll never know because you didn't speak up.
Suspicious? Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
I wonder if she's posted anything like on her account. Sorry, hold on. I'm reading.
You're good. Oh, be suspicious. Now you got that stuck in my head. You deep in thought.
So this is some of the OP comments. Yeah, I get what you mean, but I want to clarify I'm not a manager and neither of these employees report to me. I will say I do not get paid enough to be handling things like this. It escalated up to our boss, my manager, and then her boss, the director. I honestly think the calendar thing you mentioned is what was happening, but obviously still wrong. So what did they say? The calendar. Oh, why doesn't I'm trying to fast read. Oh, I like this comment. There should be a procedure for this sort of thing that should involve the team lead acting as the manager, which means dealing with potential issues directly and not spreading gossip. So this is how I felt when I was reading it. I was like, I feel like she's just gossiping.
Yeah.
And people were saying like you're kind of the asshole for not like speaking up to him about it. If James is continually stepping out of his lane, it's because people have continually allowed him to get away with it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's just so many questions that I just feel like she's overreacting.
Yeah. Well, no one in an office should leave their computer unlocked and walk away for this reason. They both deserve to be in trouble. That's what OP wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree because that was like when I first heard the story, that's how I felt too. I'm like, well, that was your first mistake, girly
Yeah.
pop, is leaving your computer unlocked.
Yep, exactly. That was your first mistake. That's on you,
Yeah, because if you had
honestly.
shit that people will see, like, lock it up. Also, like, you're not
Yeah,
technically
not
supposed to
saying
have
that
that information. You're not supposed to have that information on your work computer anyway.
yeah, personal things. That work is for work. I don't know. I think they're stretching things. Again,
I agree.
I mean, should he have been snooping? Probably not, but
Yeah.
I don't know what he was looking for. With the purse thing, I think he was trying to get it back to its rightful owner. Second thing, we have no clue because she didn't ask. So,
Oh, man, these stories were crazy. The first few ones were like bangers. We were in it for like 20 minutes
yeah.
that first one, man.
We were like, ooh, ain't no way. But that's come through the
Some
screen.
of these, man, I'm like, the freaking wedding ring and Rolex still just.
And it's sad that people actually think that way. really
I
sad.
actually had one image that I wanted to share before we wrap it up. You're gonna be traumatized. It's am I overreacting for wanting to immediately break up with my boyfriend after seeing how he lives?
Oh, what? Ooh,
I gotta wait for you to stop screen sharing.
I'm sorry. I'm
You're gonna
scared.
be maybe traumatized. Oh my gosh, my button's not working. Okay, can you go to my document, scroll to the
What?
very bottom, and then click that link? She said jump scare. You need to share your screen so I can
Jump
see this
scare.
jump scare.
Okay, hang on. I gotta get on our midnight talk. Gonna jump scare me.
Jump scare?
I'm just gonna like say entire. Don't kill me for like the picture in picture.
Oh
Okay.
wait, hold on. I gotta fix the screen. There we go. Okay.
Oops. And go to your bottom one.
Yep. Yep.
This. Oh no! What? How?
I'm like, how did you let
How?
it get that bad? How does
How do you
one
let your shower get this
like you
bad?
lived there for 50 years? Like, I don't know.
And the fact, no, if I had a shower, like I love. Again, we talked about this hygiene thing. Like I love showering. If I had a shower in here, I feel like I need a tetanus shot just to get through it.
Maybe he
What does
does
the rest of this place
construction.
look like?
I don't know. A girl. I'm like, how did y'all date? Like, how long did y'all date for? To get to this to now just seeing the apartment.
There is something wrong here. I'm like, is this just like what happened? Did the place come like this and like you just never cleaned it, or is this your doing? Did you do this? That's what I'm
What does
concerned
the
about.
comment say? I thought I was looking at a well. I
Thought I was
thought
looking
this
down a well.
too.
But it looks nicer inside most people's pipes. Resident Evil ass shower. That is so funny.
Could be in
Silent Hill
Silent
shower.
Hill.
Actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a Silent Hill shower. I'm not even gonna lie. I would think that would take me into Silent Hill. Oh my
I saw
gosh. I hate
that.
gamers
Yeah.
like this. Makes you look like disgusting losers. That's the shower. Holy fuck, my eyes were just comprehending what I was looking at until I read this. Find a hotel. Oh my gosh. What's next? Sticking your hand in a gory hole in the wall to find car keys a la Silent Hill.
Yeah,
Ew.
I like wow.
Uh-uh.
Like he's not clean. Like he's literally showering in
This wins Ick Olympics if we were to have another
That's
one.
true.
This
This is our
wins.
nightmare. Nightmare, nightmare. Like this is our nightmare for sure.
No, you aren't the asshole for immediately wanting to break up with your boyfriend after that
This lady
shower.
is above or she is above and beyond standing on business.
She's above and beyond. She's standing on business at the beach.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Had to
fix
Justin
this.
Bieber that shit.
There we go. Go to the beach, beach. Let's get away, away. Sorry,
A drink?
I'm hitting that
Okay.
EP. That that
It's that Delulu hour for us.
Yeah, I'm hitting my Delulu hour. I've been up for too long. I'm sleepy. Crazy stories. Let us know, guys, what you thought. Let us know some of your Delulu stories. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. I hope you guys enjoyed these Delulu stories, this Delulu hour. Thank you guys so much for listening and for watching us. And again, if you haven't already, please follow us, subscribe, whatever you need to do. We would appreciate it so much. Again, we will be having a giveaway. Whoever gets to it first, whoever wins the YouTube Spotify wars. So we'll see. You'll get a nice little $100 gift card to somewhere, and maybe a few other things. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys again, and we love you guys so much. Stay delusional. Don't say delusional. That's a bad idea. Don't listen to me. Don't stay Delulu. Stay Delulu.
I laughed and it was like a silent laugh and it just looked funny. Um
Ah, ah, ah. I'm sorry.
it is that Delulu hour. Thank y'all so much for listening. Let us know what y'all thought about these stories because they were pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah, let us know. We love you guys so much. Good night.
See ya.